Check it out.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm RJ Banez.
And I'm Oliver Getley.
And welcome to the After Morning Podcast. So it's 2021, and me and Oliver decided, it's time to start a podcast. And this is something we've been kind of dreaming about, really. Yeah.
We've been dreaming about it.
It's been like one of our, not lifelong, I don't want to say lifelong, but one of our long-term goals to always just, start a podcast.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was just like a really random thing. I think it was literally a 5-minute conversation we had. It was, want to start a podcast? Hey, I do too. We've never found the right people for it. So we said, hey, we both trust each other. We've known each other for a long time. Let's run it.
Yeah, and it was, and that intro, oh my gosh, is one of the hardest things.
Give the credits.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out.
I was scrolling on TikTok, maybe 2 a.m., I want to say, and I found this it was like a guy, he was a producer, and he was, like showing off his new song. And I was like, yo, this is heat. So I hit him up 2 a.m. at night and asked him like, yo, we need this in our podcast. And all his information is down below. His name's Connor. His artist name is going to be ERXN. Not sure how to say that, but that song is called Burgundy. Check him out. He's up and coming. He's really talented. Some really good stuff.
I mean, just with an intro like that alone, imagine what else he's going to make.
Exactly. But yeah, let's get into it. So like the start of the year, it's January. How was your 2020, just in general?
My 2020 was definitely a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Started off pretty good, I'd say. I was like, in my head, I was like, boom, this is going to be like my year. Do everything that I want to do. Money moves, as it all starts off, but...
It feels like every year is like, oh, it's gonna be my year.
Yeah, every year is always like that. It's new year, same old stuff. 2021 sort of been like a continuation of 2020, but no, 2020 was good. I got a girlfriend of 9 months now in March, so she's the best. She's amazing. And then everything's just been smooth sailing since then. We've had stuff sort of come normally to school again, and I'm playing soccer at least, so now we're doing this. I can't really be complaining. Everything's been good.
There you go. So every year I'm just like, oh, this is my year, and I like to do little recaps of how my year's going and whatnot. But 2020 was really enlightening for me, because like one of my biggest things, like people ask me like, oh, what are you scared of? And I hate the idea of isolation. And to be thrown in isolation and just kind of be like distanced from everyone and everything, it was really like healing, because I understood like, oh, maybe I'm better with isolation. Yeah. And also like there's a thing, I can't remember the term, but essentially it's like a disorder. I feel like I'm prone to it. It's where you stay up to avoid sleep. It's not insomnia.
Oh, okay.
I'll figure out that. I'll throw it up on like the graphics or whatever. But, that's what I found myself doing during quarantine. I'd stay up till sunrise working on like stuff for me, and I felt good. But at the same time, it's like not too good of a habit because I'm essentially nocturnal.
I mean, but like everyone has their own sort of time of day where they do their most thinking, and a lot of people they say people with like higher IQs or intelligence apparently do most of their thinking at night. So we'll have to fact check that. But I'm pretty sure that could be you. You never know. But I don't know. I think isolation was definitely like a really cool thing, because I know personally, like I had a lot of time to just sit back, evaluate what I want to do, who I am, and things like that. And then like I changed a lot about myself and stuff. And I feel like I've come out better than ever, even though like it hasn't been the best terms and conditions we've been under. I think everyone's sort of grown in their own pretty cool way, and that's definitely awesome. So
yeah, for sure. And then like during quarantine, like we found ways to like communicate with other people. Oh yeah. For instance, one of my friend groups we did Zoom calls. We just called them Zoom nights, and we would hop on Zoom. Have you ever played Jackbox?
No.
It's like
Jackbox.
It's like an app you could buy online. You have to like buy it, and it's got a bunch of like mini games you could all play from your phone, like Kahoot, but like great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's this one game. For those of you who know Jackbox, we played Quiplash constantly, and it's like think of like Cards Against Humanity. But you make your own cards. And
oh no,
it was
you
hilarious.
should not be playing.
No,
that.
so it was the funniest thing, because like just all Zoom, we would just get on each other, and it's, we just had a good laugh, and it really brought us together. But also Omegle. That's all I want to talk about. Omegle. So have you ever been on Omegle?
I've been on Omegle. I've seen people's things that I didn't want to see.
Oh boy.
Met some funny people. Dude, it's so weird. Like you can just go on there and put in a random like subject and just meet people you'd never like thought you'd see, or some really cool people. Like you can be in America and you can meet someone in Africa and Europe, Antarctica, for crying out loud. You could talk to a penguin for all you know.
Exactly.
Omegle's awesome.
But so I actually haven't been on Omegle until I want to say the end of December. I think winter break was the first time I ever went on Omegle, and it was like, because like it was like big on TikTok, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna just hop on, see what I could do, and I'm not addicted, but it's like I find myself going on it constantly. It's just like not good, but it's like an ego booster essentially. You're like, oh, I feel self-conscious about myself going there. Everyone's calling me pretty and all that, but it's just how it is. But I've met crazy like not crazy people, but like really interesting people on Omegle.
Have any like cool stories or something?
Yeah, so like this was like maybe 2 weeks into Omegle, and
2 weeks in. That's how you know it was an addiction.
It was 2 weeks into Omegle.
2 weeks in, I started.
So we need to get coffee cups, by the way.
Water.
So essentially, I was doing college applications at the time, and one of the questions that these colleges were asking me, it was like, if there's a story written about you from when you were born up until now, what would the story or the title be and why? And you think that would be an easy question to answer. I was on that question for a cool like 2-3 weeks. I could not figure out the right answer for the right answer for me. I was just not satisfied with any of my answers. So I went on Omegle one night, and I was asking everyone who went by that question, and honestly, a lot of them had like some pretty interesting answers. And then there's one person who gave me a very like kind of questioning answer, and I'm like, "You good, man?" And
was it a guy or girl?
No, it was a girl.
Okay.
It was a girl. Her name is and so she gave me a very questioning answer about her life, and I'm like, "Wait, so like, are you okay?" And we talked about like her life and her struggles and whatnot. She's like dealing with depression and suicide, and it's kind of cool because like I still keep up with her to this day, and yeah, she's a great person, and you know I'm working with her to help bring her a better life, you know. And it's just like it's really interesting that you could like find people and connect with them over like the internet.
Yeah, definitely, it's like so fascinating to me because like having everyday conversations with people. Like I'll talk to people in like classes and stuff like that, and I'll be like, I don't even talk to them all the time, but then they'll just start like opening up like that. And I think it's like something cool about like I guess our generation, to say at least, is like they'll just like talk and they're more open about like things like depression or whatever they could be going through. Like sounds of the person that you were talking to. No, but that's definitely like an awesome thing because older people, dude, like if you had some problems like that, no way, you'd not be able to talk about that.
They wouldn't be able to talk about it. But yeah, no, cool. Like Gen Z is freaking weird.
Gen Z,
and like honestly, I'm not sure if I'm proud to be part of Gen Z or not because there's like lots of ups and downs.
A lot of ups and downs. Hey, but one thing about Gen Z is, I mean, for us at least, seniors in high school.
Oh yeah.
Many people have come and gone. At least for me, I could say. I just want to talk about that real quick because it's crazy how many people like come and go through your life. Like going back to the quarantine thing, reevaluating like where I am today versus where I was a year ago. All the people that I was hanging out with or like that I thought I'd probably be chill with. It's crazy. Like some that I've stuck through. Like I have two friends. Like two of my best friends have moved away. I don't even see them half the time. Like barely see them at all now. And I'm like more in touch with them than I am with like people here, like living in the same sort of town. But that's definitely like cool. Back to the social media stuff. But dude, it's crazy. And then you'll like go visit them and you just catch up. It's so cool. But it shows you who like your true ones are and stuff like that. So hey, we could talk about New Year's resolutions. Right, you been working on one?
Yeah, I got a bunch. I also like this is the New Year's resolution.
This is
like,
one. This is one.
So check that off. I don't like. I feel like there's a difference between New Year's resolutions and goals for the year. Like every year I like to set goals for myself, and I saw some sort of video. So essentially at the beginning of the year or beginning of the month or beginning of, let's say, the new school semester, new school year, you sit by yourself, no distractions, and think about what you want in yourself, and you write down 10 goals for yourself. Think about them, write them down, read them that week, read them like a couple other times that week, and then forget about them. Just close the book. And at the end of the year, you remember like, oh, I had some goals I wanted to do. And you go back and you see how many goals you checked off. And it's like the whole like manifesting thing. I'm like, not super like informed on that, but essentially you manifest your goals and like, you know, law of attraction, stuff like that.
Let's talk about work to it though.
So drinking a lot of water. That's what I want to do.
Drinking a lot of water?
Yeah. I don't drink enough water. And
drink some more right now.
Yeah. No, it's like they're like, yo, you gotta drink a gallon or you're gonna die. And I'm like, like I do drink enough.
Okay, but
I drink
you have
enough
to be so
water
smart about that. Because like I'll always be like, yeah, I need to drink more for like sports and stuff. And then I'll drink like 2 bottles and I cannot stop going to the bathroom.
That's what I'm saying.
Like how can you drink a gallon of water unless you're like some big unit, not big. Okay, that sounded bad. But unless you're just like someone who's like able to tolerate it and you have like almost a tolerance for drinking water, like dude, it'll be like every like 10 minutes. I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
That's too much. But like some of my resolutions, one is to cook more.
So you want to cook more?
I want to cook more. I've been trying to like cook. I've been using TikTok recipes. I made like a penne alla vodka with my parents there to put the vodka in there. That was insane.
That sounds really good, actually.
Dude, and it's like so easy because I feel like with recipes, at least when I'll go on like the internet, I'll just be like looking, I'll be like, oh, that looks insane. And then I'll see like all the instructions and like the prep stuff. And I'm just like, why do you make it so confusing? But like I'll watch a TikTok. It's like, do this, do that, do this. And I just like see that visual thing. So I'm like a visual person when I learn most of the time. And dude, it's so easy. And it like takes like way less time. It saves money too. That's another thing. Cause like, dude, I'd be going out like eating fast food all the time. One, it's not good for you. Two, just freaking drains your wallet, man.
It does drain the wallet.
Ridiculous.
It does drain the wallet. And yeah, no, actually that's what like that's like plan C. So like I have like fallbacks. So like career choices. Like we're seniors in high school, so you know, choosing a career, choosing a college is like very big like right now. And yeah, so plan A was, you know, become an actor. Well, I am an actor, but like make it big out there. And then plan B was on the other side of the camera, work on the film.
I was gonna say you can't just casually say I want to be an actor and not talk about the other stuff that you do.
No, but yeah. So I'm an aspiring actor. Doesn't mean I am on like a big screen. It's be like, oh, I'm an aspiring actor, and they're like, oh, what are you in? Stuff like that. No, I just turned 18, and that's when like the door really opens for you because like as a minor, like a child actor, children, like tiny children, that's a good sweet spot.
Yeah.
But 16, 15, 17 is when I got into it, and that's kind of very hard because you know, unless the show calls for like true 16-year-olds or TV or movies calls for like true 17-year-olds, they're not going to choose you. You could be the best actor.
But you know what was like baffling to me?
What?
I watched like a show like Austin and Ally, right? The character Dez, dude, I was like, this guy has to be like a high schooler. It's like 22 years old playing like a 16-year-old.
And that's
so,
just
like,
how it is.
Why can't you do that if you're like actually that age? Because like there's not really much of it.
I mean, yeah, it's just how.
But like any other actor,
Hollywood.
it doesn't make sense.
Okay, but like think about it. Like Outer Banks. A little flex.
Outer Banks.
A little flex. I got an audition for JJ back in March 2019.
What, you did?
Yeah, you didn't know that? It's like my biggest. If I meet someone,
that's your biggest flex.
That's my biggest flex.
I didn't get on Outer Banks.
No, I didn't get on. No, like I have So I have in my room. I have a script wall because I just painted my rooms white, and my friend had all her audition scripts and you know, scripts that she was in like films and like TV shows and stuff like that. Just kind of taped up and put up on a wall, and it looks really interesting. And every time like I'll have someone over, be like, yo, look at this one. They're like, oh, JJ, and I'm like, yeah, light work. No, but like, yeah, like obviously, like you see JJ,
yeah,
shredded, like 6'2", blonde hair. You know, that's not me. You know, but what do you call it?
Perks.
Yeah, but I mean, like they look like what Hollywood wants high schoolers to look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally get that.
Like, you see anyone, you know, in our class that looks like John B, JJ, or like any of those high schoolers?
I think I do.
You look like... No, you know what I'm saying.
All jokes aside, though. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not even just like the core four. It's like literally every high schooler in their city, like, oh, looks 25 years old. And that's just how it is. Like, you could be amazing, right? And only be 17. Like, there's so much that comes with being a minor in the industry.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you go on to work as a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, the production has to pay for like parent stuff, tutoring stuff. You could only work a certain amount of hours. It's just a lot of hassle for productions to do that. But there are like loopholes out in LA where you could sign like a contract saying you'll work as an 18-year-old even though if you're 16. And that's what I had a lot of my friends do, which is like cool. But yeah, no. So I decided to like, you know, stay here. And I have a lot of acting friends that are like online school, and I just can't do that. So
yeah,
I spent a lot of like the last couple of years just, you know, chilling out in high school. I'll get auditions here and there. I'll get roles here and there, but nothing super big and life-changing.
Dude, it's so annoying now. Like the high school stigma, like with the characters, but also like just like what high school is as a whole. Like last night I watched like 10 Things I Hate About You with like Heath Ledger and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
I heard that's a good one. I didn't even watch that one.
Why do like High School Musical too? I'm calling them out. Why do you all make high school look like it just like is something that it's not?
Exactly.
Like, dude, you don't see like bullies like pushing kids into lockers and stuff like that, or like, you know, like driving his dirt bike like off a hill and everyone like runs to go see it. Sure, we've had like our funny moments, but
yeah.
We should talk about the bomb threat at school, actually. Speaking about random funny stuff.
Okay, so like this might be like bad and say the worst, but it was his freshman year, right? And we had a brand new high school open up, which is our rivals. We're not going to throw any names out there, but that year, freshman year, it was the first year the school was open. Had maybe how many, like 7 to 8 like bomb threats, gun threats.
Dude, their first day being open, I think. No, first day or first week. They had like a shooting threat, something like that.
Shooting threats. There's like actually active assailants on the school, and it's like the first year.
They were locked in school for like 6 hours.
It was like a big thing, and this was like our first year of high school. We're like, yo, wait, what? This is like crazy. And it was one time. I think it was it March or November?
It was March.
It was in March. I can't remember, but
I think so.
So all of a sudden we're like in class and like, oh, it's a bomb threat, right? Put your backpacks on. Every single person in the school goes out to the football field, which is kind of dangerous because the bomb could be in the backpack.
Let's put everyone in the same location.
In the same location with backpacks. But I have memories of just everyone out there. It was probably one of the funnest days of high school. Not gonna lie, like the bomb got found. Actually, there was no bomb.
There was nothing. It was just like a prank call.
It was a prank call. But
they swatted the school, I guess.
Yeah, they had big old games of Duck Duck Goose, the seniors running around each other, and just all this mess. It was hilarious, and it was so fun because like literally the entire school all on the football and track field, crazy. And it was it was for the rest of the year.
Dude, that was such a crazy day.
It was a crazy day.
I was in TV production that day actually.
Were you?
We left the class.
I was in marketing.
You were in marketing?
Yeah, he had his little stick.
Our 2 favorite classes like flipped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's how it is.
Dude, it was so crazy. Do you remember like how weird the weather was too? Like they had us out there, and then it got like cold and windy, and like poured on us, and then it got like super hot. And the same thing happened. And the best I think was like Duck Duck Goose and all that was happening. But when they all brought like the waters because everyone was so thirsty, they're like 4 guys like on top of a truck, like you think you're at like a rock concert or something like that. It was crazy. And everyone just comes straight in and like swarms for this freaking water. It was so funny.
I think they tackled the principal there that day too, something like that. They came in like trucks and it was weird.
My friend like said he like dropped his wallet to like get through and stuff, and everyone just let him through. It was the weirdest thing, but funniest thing ever.
What the heck? Yeah, no. What do you call it? Yeah, that Duck Duck Goose game. Like you would think it's like it's the Super Bowl. It was like maybe 20 people in the circle. Everyone's running around. Everyone is around them watching and cheering. It's hilarious. But most intense game of Duck Duck Goose I've ever seen.
Oh man, yeah, I don't remember too much of that. Speaking of memory, what's the worst injury you've had? You've played baseball for a few years.
Oh man,
I played soccer.
So actually, you said worst injury.
Worst injury, broken bone. If you have a funny story,
I've never really broken a bone. I can't remember, but it's not a funny story. Honestly,
I've seen you in a cast before.
I was in a cast. It'd be like sprains or like stuff like that, like ankle braces.
Oh, so you're one of those guys. You just milk your injuries, act like it was worse.
No, I swear.
Yeah.
Call me.
Are you like, oh, I heard so bad.
Yeah, no, get out of here. No, I am one of those guys. I had a like injury. It was like the last game I played of baseball. So I was known for my speed. My freshman year.
Says high school? No, not high school. Even middle school track. Thinks he's a big shot.
Dude, I peaked in middle school track. I swear. Wait, actually, we're gonna run that, right? So middle school track, right? It was the first meet of the season, 8th grade year. I had my sprinters, me, Amadeus, what's his face? Andreas, and then Imari.
Andreas, the one that graduated?
No. The one below us.
Soccer team Andreas?
Soccer team Andreas.
No way.
The four of us were the 4x1 sprinters, and so it was the first meet of the season, and we were going against just like the best sprinting school, best running school, whatever, and so my guy Andreas wasn't there for some reason, not sure why. We had to replace him with this is a fake name, call him John. Right? John's not a good runner, very just kind of slow. So first leg, Amari pulled off, had a good lead. My boy Madius took off, greater lead, gave it to that boy John, lost the lead entirely in the third leg.
But wait. There's one more person.
There's one more person.
There's 4.
Me in the last leg. So John, he lost the lead, and I'm like screaming. I'm like, hurry up! By this time, they're already like 5-7 steps ahead of him.
Okay.
Get the baton, take off running. Like I had like all the adrenaline in the world.
What circle
right?
like were you in? Because there's different lanes, right?
I was in the inside lane.
Okay.
I think, but yeah. So for some reason the entire school was there, and usually the 4x1 isn't the last event, but it was because they ran the 4x4 before the last event.
Yeah.
And as of right now, we were tied. So literally, it was all down to me and this kid, right? And so I take off. We're tied. Eventually, like I pass him, and like I don't know. I had like some sort of like super speed or whatever, and my favorite memory is just hearing the entire middle school just scream and cheer, and dude, it felt so good. But that was the first win against that school ever.
Because of you.
Because of me. That's where I peaked. That's where I'm
Dude,
gonna tell my kids about that.
I'm sorry, like it was so fun, but we were so sorry at the same time. We had 300 kids, and like we couldn't even have a home like track.
Yeah, it was 900. It was 99 in our graduating class.
So fun though.
Yeah, but like it kind of sucked because you knew everyone and you knew everything about them because it was a K through 8. Yeah. So when you got there in kindergarten, right?
I was there K through 8.
Yeah, I was there K through 8 too. And a lot of the people that got to eventually, because it was a lottery, you have to get through the lottery to get into the middle school. A lot of people in our like class, they were all K through 8 essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we were like one giant weird. Yeah,
but a lot of my close friends came out of that school, and like I'm grateful for it. And the teachers were amazing.
The teachers were awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. Also, there's a question that like popped up in my head. Because like it's very like this kind of defines people, right? Mm-hmm. If you had 5 minutes left to live, what would you do with your remaining time? It's a crazy question, bro. If 5 minutes is not a lot of time.
Okay, what would I do? I would text every single person that's important to me, like the same text. I'd like type it out, copy paste, boom, 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 send it out. So like at least I'd be like, hey, like I'm gonna die, I love you.
Yeah.
Like you're amazing. Call my family if they were in person, hug them, see them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Call my girlfriend, hug them, see them. And then probably recently I've just been addicted to chocolate cake and ice cream. Like I got a really good chocolate cake from Publix.
That's that's a good way to go out.
I just get that chocolate cake, dude. Just slice a massive slice, get 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream. Oh, and then I just eat it, and then I could die on a sugar high. There was one guy who told his kids, he was like, if I ever go out, like, I want to go out making love to your mother, dude. Ironically, years later.
No way, bro.
Ironically, years later, this guy is making love to his wife, and he passed away in the middle of it.
No way,
a cardiac issue. But he did fulfill what he wanted to do.
There it is.
But, what about you?
So, there'd be some points where I was like, I'd just be driving and be like, yo. Or like I'd be like flying and be like, yo, if this plane crashes, I'm done. Because I don't have like a big fear of flying like I used to. But
that just reminded me of something.
But yeah, no. So like, there's one time I was just scared, right? Just for no reason, because the plane was just like, right? And they had like duct tape on the wings, and I was like, this is not safe, right? So I would go in my notes, and I made this whole little like thing where it's like, thank you this person for this, thank you this person for this. And, like I would have like that's probably what I would do. Yeah. Have like a whole thing, 5 minutes. For like a good 3, just write out everything and like people I like want to know, like, oh, like you're special, like you're special to me, even if you didn't know, type of thing.
Are you ready for a deeper topic?
Go for it.
Okay, so you always talk about it. I talk about it at times too.
All right.
Dreams.
So
have you ever had like a scary dream or like a scary recurring one that's happened to you? Because I personally have. It was like of a guy like chasing me and stuff like that, but really? I don't like know the guy's like face, and I've had that, and like it would be weird because
you don't know his face. Is it like a blur, or is it just a face that you haven't seen before?
I can remember it, but it was like a blur.
Yeah.
So like I remember like I'd be running and stuff like that in the dream, like going through like, dude, you think I was doing like a triathlon or something more extreme? Like
that's weird.
Like running, water, like mountains, like flying. It was so crazy. So like I'd have that dream, and then it was weird because it would always happen. Like one night I'd have one part of the dream, next night I'd have another part, and the third night it was like 3 or 4 nights. Bro, so just keep moving.
Those are crazy.
Yeah. So like I had that, but then like one dream that I had that was like scary, but like less scary. I just thought it was like interesting because I think you talked about planes earlier, something about a plane.
Planes, yeah.
But I had a dream where I was on a plane, and I remember like everyone I was with on the plane, and the plane like did like a circle, like it just like went upside down, flew, and then I look out the window. And I remember because the weird part about the dream was it was a plane that I've been on that like I remember I was in like the same seat. Obviously, it wasn't like the same scenario, but the plane like crashed. But like the plane crashed, but I woke up before it crashed because like when you can't like die in a dream.
Yeah.
Like because your brain doesn't know like what death is like.
Yeah.
So like it's always like right before like you're supposed to like die or something bad's gonna happen to you, like wake up.
Yeah.
So like that's like something that I've had, but like I've had a bunch of good dreams. Like don't get me wrong, like I have sick dreams, and like I don't know about you, but I remember like all my dreams like really visually, and I can remember everything. Whereas a lot of people that I talk to, when they have dreams, like they don't remember. They just remember like sort of what happened, but they can't like vividly remember like tell you like what they saw.
Yeah. So I actually studied dream interpretation last year for like during quarantine, just cause I was so
was this
fascinated
one of your like
by
late
dreams.
night things when you'd be up late at night?
Yeah. Cause like I was so fascinated by them, and so I came to the conclusion that like I feel like God speaks to
Dog,
me.
what is in this cup?
Is it not water?
No, it's water. There's just something in the bottom of it. I'm just gonna go with it.
Oh, word.
Hopefully you didn't poison me.
Nah.
It's like grass.
But yeah.
Just like look in the bottom of the cup. Like, why is there grass?
I was just saying. So like, what do you call it? I feel like God speaks to me through my dreams, and He sends like messages and to help me through like life and solutions to a lot of my problems. So I studied dream interpretation to understand those messages. But there's one time. So like like deja vu.
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah. So I think there's a different term for it. It's not seeing like another thing. It's seeing something you've seen in your dreams. So this happened when I was say 10.
Okay.
I can't remember. Yeah, I was young. I had this dream. It was at some restaurant type of thing, and I was there, and like the restaurant was overlooking like kind of like a dock, so you could pull your boat up to it, whatever. And within this little like tiny bay area, everyone's like racing their boats, jet skis, very chaotic. Yeah. It was a very chaotic dream, and there's like fire, like acrobats and stuff like that. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? But so yeah, I just remember the dream very vividly because it's so chaotic, right? A couple of years later, right? Me and my family take a trip to Panama City Beach, right? I've never been to Panama ever in my entire life. Guess like she's like, oh, we're gonna go to a restaurant. We're like, all right, cool.
Acrobats fire.
No, not even. I step out of the car. It's the same exact building, same exact layout, same little tiny bay with boats. There just wasn't that chaotic factor of like racing and like fire and all that. And I remember because I came out on the shotgun side, and I walk around, I turn around, and I'm just like, wait, have we been here before?
You did not do that,
bro. I was spazzing, bro. I was tweaking. I was like, ain't no way, bro, ain't no way. So the whole time I'm just like looking around. I was like, what?
But like, did you know it was from the dream? Like,
yeah, I knew exactly it was from there. I was like, have we ever been here before? Because I've seen this place in my dreams. And she was like, no. And I was like, what? I was like, the sign, everything.
The sign?
Yeah, it was like the way this. I can't remember what the sign said, but it was like a light up sign type of thing. And
so like you'd never. It
was made out of wood. Never been to Panama City before.
Did you like know the place you were going to, like the hotel?
No idea. Had no idea.
Dude, that is.
It blew my mind, and I still remember that to this day. And actually, I was talking to someone who's from Panama City Beach, and I was telling her about this place, and we actually looked up the place, and I was like, yeah, that's it. That's crazy.
Wow.
But it blows my mind. But yeah, no, I mean,
similar to that, but nothing like Panama City chaos type stuff.
Yeah, no, but it's crazy. That one blows my mind. I've never had a dream like predict so much of that. But you're saying about like recurring dreams. Actually, a lot of my I have like video ideas because I want to be a filmmaker and eventually make movies and whatnot. But a lot of my ideas come from dreams. Really.
I bet.
Yeah. But there's one dream. I didn't have this down as a video because it was literally the Scorch Trials. Have you like seen like the Maze Runner?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of along the lines of that, like very desert, post-apocalyptic is crazy, and it was like combined with like the Hunger Games essentially. It's like we had to survive, and one by one everyone died. And it was crazy, man. Yeah, no, and I was like, I can't dream about this again. And it went for 4 nights straight. It was like a story. It was like the first part, second part, third part,
that's
fourth
crazy.
part. And like after the fourth part, because it wasn't like end of the movie, I just told myself I was like, I'm not gonna dream about this. So I like watched some other stuff, did some other stuff.
That's what you gotta do. Like if you think there's gonna be something in your head that'll pop up in your dream, and like usually like I'll know before it happens. I'll try to like change it, but by the time like I've taken my mind off of it, because like I intentionally am doing that, so I know like I'm just trying to like forget. It's more in my head and more embedded in there, so like I remember it. Bro, but I've had like a dream where like I called like the future. It was weird. It was the night before.
I'm about to expose a bunch of guys. I don't know if you do this,
Okay.
I'll catch myself doing this sometimes. So I'm like, you know, I'll be like down bad on like a female, whatever.
Okay.
Girls didn't know about this. Like I saw TikTok and they exposed this, and girls didn't know about this. So typically, for guys to go to sleep, they would think about the person they're interested in at the moment, their crush, their girlfriend, whatever, and they'll like cuddle a pillow, and it's like super wholesome.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people don't know that.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah. No. Like, do you do that?
Well, of course I do.
Okay.
That.
So yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Every night I'm like missing my girlfriend.
But I don't think girls don't do that, bro. They don't.
What
do
I
that.
thought you were gonna say is like, if you like think about them, then like they show up in your dream.
Oh,
and, like,
well,
you have, like,
yeah,
a
you
good
could do
dream
that.
with them or
Yeah, you can have a
something
good
like
dream with them. Sometimes I'll do that, but also sometimes I have like really good dreams about people I shouldn't be having like really good dreams about, which is like kind of like weird, you know?
Like who?
It's like so sometimes I'll like catch myself in a relationship with like a best friend that I'm not supposed to be like in a relationship with because either like she has a boyfriend or like things are complicated and we can't cross that line, stuff like that. And then it like this happened one time. I just described the situation that happened. I was in a relationship with one of my best friends, and then all of a sudden I woke up and caught feelings. I was like, oh, I can't do this. Yep. And it's like, do I tell this person or do I not and let this like eat me from the inside out? But yeah.
In your dream interpretation, like studies, did you find anything like if there's a specific person in your dream or something, like what that means?
Not really. It's more like the elements.
Okay.
So there would be there's a dream I had like a couple months ago. We were in a car with specific people, and each of those people meant something, even though they are people in my lives, and like, oh, maybe I don't care about them anymore. Maybe like they're from my past. Dude, they represent something. So I was with someone from my past, someone who didn't like me, and someone who I looked up to. And we were all in a car, and the car was going backwards into like a driveway, and the driveway all of a sudden turned into like some like water, right? And it was like filled with, it was like the walls were laid with like ivory and silver, and the water was rising, and like that was a whole thing on like avoiding things you're supposed to be doing, and like there's a whole thing. Like I can't even remember the dream now, but I remember like how I interpreted it. But like how my interactions with people from my past that explained like, oh, you should open up this, not this specific person, but like you should come to terms and understanding your past and what you did in the back.
Crazy.
And like person in the future, this is someone who you wish to be, but this water is rising. He was the first one to fall in the water. So it's like kind of like time's running out for you to chase your dreams. You're running from this and like stuff like that. Like, but yeah, no, it's crazy.
Realistically, like every day, time's running out for whatever you want to do.
Time is the only. If you think about it, time is the only thing working against you.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It truly is. But in my dreams, at least, in a weird note, I've had more like weird dreams and like deep stuff like that. But dude, I always find myself kicking or hitting something in my dreams.
Really?
Like, dude, good thing my wall's like not that hard.
You kick a hole through his wall.
No, seriously, like I'll be asleep and then I just boom, like kick the wall. And I'm just like, what am I doing? Dude, I've headbutted the wall. I've kicked the wall. I've kneed the wall. This wall has like it's a part of my dreams now at this point. Dude, one time I was like having a dream. I don't remember what dream this was, but it was so funny. Cause like it was definitely intense because I was like rolling, I was moving, and like in my head I was just like, whoa, like something's going on here. Yeah. Next thing I know, I wake up and I'm just on the floor. I fell out of bed.
Dang.
And I just felt like the whole motion of like my whole body just flip, and I was like, oh, but I didn't feel a thing, dude. That was the best part about me being asleep. Crazy. I just didn't know it happened.
But so there's one time I was in stats. This was last year, my junior year.
Oh, are you a jerker in class when you wake up?
Yes, I'm a jerker. So like you just be like that, right? Okay. So I'm asleep like this. I was like that on my desk, like, you know, arm over face, and I was on top of like my whole massive binder. It was massive. It was like third, fourth quarter. That thing was packed, right?
RJ was doing
like
work,
right? And I'm sleeping, you know, having a good sleep. I was like done with tests, whatever. And in my dream, you know, playing around, throwing Frisbee, and in the dream, it was like I bet you can't throw it like a mile away, and I go, bet you I can, and I just go like that, right? I do the same thing in real life, and I launch my binder, and it goes flying across the class, and just made the biggest like bang, and it was dead silent. And I woke up, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I was like,
"I was like, did I get that Frisbee though?"
Yeah, no, it was kind of embarrassing. People from that class.
No, because it's always like this. Like you'll be asleep, right? Mm-hmm. You go like this, and then the person will wake up, like, let's say they kick or, like, they throw their arm.
Yeah.
And then it's the, like, did anyone see me? They, like, look around and then try to act like nothing ever happened. Exactly. Like, afterwards. It's the best thing, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know you were a jerker like that. What class was it?
Stats. With
stats. Oh, you did say stats. That's right.
Yeah. But, there's a couple times, like, so I'm, like, it sucks, like, to be able to fall asleep anywure. So
yeah, you do that all the time.
I wish I had like my notes.
You,
like, so I
you don't
could show
understand like how many people Snapchat stories would be like RJ just sleeping anywhere.
It's just me sleeping in class.
It was like a whole like little thing. It was just like RJ sleeping here, RJ here, RJ here.
Just
like,
different periods.
Where you
different
go,
people,
man.
different periods. Yeah, no, but so I'd be taking notes, right? And like I could feel it coming, but like I'd be like, oh, I'm not that tired. I just I just feel tired, and then all of a sudden I'm waking up, and I'm like, how long was I out? Check the time. I'm like, oh, I was out for like 5 minutes. And like, I don't even feel myself going to sleep.
Yeah.
And then you look at my notes. So it's like writing. And then all of a sudden it gets like bigger writing. And then a line across the page. And then like the entire paper's like ruined. I was like,
no, like for me in school, when I'll be falling asleep, it'll be like a gradual thing, but I can never fall asleep in school. Like unless like I know like I won't get like caught or in trouble because like there's like a subconscious thing. Or, like, what will happen is I'll be, like, kind of like this. Like, I'll sit up straight. This happens to me, like, every day in, like, a certain class, especially this year. I'll be like this. I'll be sat. And I close my eyes, and I go like that. And my head just, like, keeps jerking up.
Yeah.
So then I do, like, the twitch thing. Yeah. And I'm, like, looking around, like, did anyone see that? But, dude, it's just, like, so weird. And then sometimes, I don't know about you, probably not because you're, like, a deeper sleeper. But, like, let's say I do, like, sort of, like, fall into, like, that sleep state. I'll, like, hear, like, the teacher, like, talk. And, like, let's say they elevate their voice, like, a slight bit louder, and it just like pops in. It just boom, like straight up wakes me up, and I'm just like, what is going on here? Because
I was born in Manhattan, so like I fell asleep to like city music or city like noise.
Yeah.
And like when I moved here, my parents had the little sound box machine of like cars in like the city, and that's how I fall asleep. So I fall asleep to sound. I can't fall asleep to silence. So like a monotone teacher speaking, I'll pass out easily, and like that's why like during like tests and like SATs, I can't fall asleep.
Really?
It's dead silence.
Let's see how loyal you are already. Do you sleep with a fan on?
Yeah, I sleep with a fan on.
Okay, but...
Who doesn't sleep with a fan on? It's Florida.
I'm not done. Okay, if you're truly a loyal man, for all the women out there with RJ, check this one out.
Oh, I am. Okay.
All right, ready? Okay, let's say it's like freezing cold, right?
Okay.
Your room's really cold.
Word.
You know it's going to be cold. Will you keep the fan on?
Yes.
You're loyal.
I am.
Get you a man who's as loyal as a guy who will keep the fan on no matter what.
Where's this stat coming from? See, like I like.
That's just my head.
Oh,
I just made up.
Just made it up. Okay. I was like, what?
Dude, you have to sleep with your fan on.
You have to.
You can't. No matter how cold it is.
It's Florida, and the fan's always on. And even when it's cold, I like it more cold because I just stack more blankets on top.
Yeah,
it's just
feels
comfortable.
so cozy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
But got always with the fan on, and then people. Okay, so there's like a big debate. Like, do you sleep with your socks on?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. Like people were like, who's it? I think Izzy goes, like posted on her story. She's like, if you sleep without a socks, like you're a psychopath. And I'm like,
she's a psychopath.
Yeah, I was like, who sleeps without socks on?
Milk before cereal or cereal before milk?
Cereal before milk, always.
Okay. Have you ever had orange juice with cereal?
No, that's nasty.
Yeah.
No, but
water with cereal?
No.
Lemonade?
No, I don't drink. I don't even drink milk with cereal. I don't even do. Milk
I tried orange juice and Cheerios. That was like my health thing at one point.
Ugh,
dude, 2 days. Done. I was like,
you did 2 days?
Yeah.
The fact that you like woke up and said, I'm gonna try it again.
My dad was like, it's great, mate. Like, try it. I was like, yeah, Dad, I'm gonna do this.
Let's do it.
Like, there's nothing good for me in this. It's just sugary orange juice, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, no, but okay, so do you put the water on the toothbrush before you put the toothpaste, or do you put the water on the toothpaste after?
What do? I wet the toothbrush first.
Wet the toothbrush first?
Yeah.
I do both. I wet the toothbrush, toothpaste, then water.
See, you're a monster.
It's a little sandwich. No, I wet it first. Because you put it in your mouth,
sandwich.
it's like dry. So it's like a sandwich. You know?
But then I know it's
speaking of dry, mayo on your sandwiches?
Oh yeah, mayo, dude. I ate a sandwich with mayo today.
I don't get people who don't.
What's your go-to breakfast?
Like in the morning for school, or if I like woke up on a Saturday and decided to make something.
We need to have a cooking podcast where we just like cook.
Yeah. So typically on like a Saturday during like quarantine, I would make omelets. My omelets are amazing. Roll the clip. Just me flipping an omelet.
RJ in 8th grade. Get yourself a man who can cook.
Get yourself a man who can cook. Yep. No, but I experimented during quarantine. So we had leftover fries, right? And we have like an air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, get you an air fryer.
Get an air fryer.
Those are the coolest things ever.
100%.
Right? So we had leftover fries. Threw the fries in the air fryer, right? Mm-hmm. Right, and then crisped them up. I had onion, spinach, bacon bits, chopped up peppers, right? In the pan, do it with some oil, right? Get the eggs in there, mix it around. Don't let it sit. Mm-hmm. Then they'll end up like an omelet. Put the fries in there, mix everything in, like when the eggs are halfway done cooking. So everything's all mixed. You got the crunchy potatoes, you got all your vegetables and whatnot. Cheese right on top.
Oh, dude, if you don't have eggs with cheese, what are you doing?
And it's amazing. So it's like kind of like is it a hash? Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a hash, yeah. But it's really good. That's like my go-to. And then hot sauce.
My go-to, like I don't eat breakfast in the morning before school. It's like too early.
I don't either. Yeah.
But usually I'll eat when I get home. So like I've been trying this as part of my like eat healthier sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's not super healthy, but it's okay. I make like 2 eggs, put cheese in it. Like I mix the cheese in with the eggs, like when I'm like stirring them, like scramble it up, put some more eggs on top, and then it's as basic as this: 2 pieces of white bread. Okay. Because I don't know, like multigrain just doesn't taste right. Even though I'll have like multigrain with anything else but this.
That's what I'm saying.
Anything else but this one sandwich, I'll have multigrain.
Just healthy substitute in general. If you're not gonna eat the healthy substitute, that's worse because you're not getting anything in your body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I would make that sacrifice to have it eat edible.
Yeah. Exactly. But then what I'll do is I'll just put mayo on the bread together.
Simple as that.
It's insane.
Simple as that.
But yeah, that's like my like sort of like unhealthy thing that I'll eat because like the mayo's like not really that good for you. Yeah. And then like I was making like breakfast quesadillas, dude, like 70 calories for like a whole tortilla. Freaking bread slice, man, like 120 each.
Jeez.
But no, whatever. It tastes good.
That's just how it is.
Just roll with it. But the main thing that I'll make are waffles.
Dude, I need to make more waffles. It's such a hassle because we have like a massive waffle maker. We have a massive waffle maker. Also, waffles or pancakes.
Waffles.
Exactly, waffles all the way. They're just better.
I went to Amsterdam, dude. Waffles are like everywhere. Like they'll just take waffles, dip them in chocolate, whatever you want. Like waffles are better than pancakes. I'm sorry. 100%. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, if you
like,
have
texture,
if you disagree,
everything. It's just it's.
If you disagree, let us know. We'll get you on the podcast, and me and Oliver will just roast you and just flame you for like
exactly. We'll shove a waffle in your face.
Yeah, we'll do like a blind taste test. Is this a waffle or a pancake?
Okay, blind taste test. You know a video that Brett and I were going to make one time with Zach?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this is really mean.
Oh, yeah. For those of you who don't know, I'm the executive producer of the school's TV show, and Oliver is in the school TV show, and we make videos and whatnot. So
that's what we do. So we were going to make a video. This was summer of last year, going into like first year of the program, essentially.
Yep.
So one of my best friends, Brett, we were like, we got to make a video. It was in summer, so we were obviously like kind of screwing around still before school actually started. And we go to Zach. We're like, Zach, do you want to be in a video for us? He's like, yeah. So we didn't end up doing it, but this is an idea, and I'm gonna get him back with it. So hopefully he doesn't watch this.
I don't think so. Maybe.
So it's gonna be a video where we give him different drinks of milk to drink.
Milk?
Yeah. So he's gonna drink milk, right? And then he's gonna be blindfolded, so he's not gonna know what he's drinking. Okay. Then we're gonna switch one cup with orange juice and make him drink it, and apparently it'll just make you throw up, like right there. And like Zach's a great guy, like don't get me wrong, we love Zach. But like Zach's reaction will just be golden to that. And it would just be funny. I don't know. That's like a random thing, but either that or we'll try it. Okay, weird story in public.
Go for it.
So I was probably, I'd say like 11 or 12 at this time. I was going to the beach with my family. We went to Cocoa Beach. Okay. You know the Ron John Surf Shop? There's like, at the Ron John Surf Shop that we go to.
The big one?
It's free parking. So like all along the beach, like wherever you try to park, you can't get free parking. So we'd park in this one area.
Unless you finesse,
but
yeah,
dude,
I finesse. I do like the 90-minute parking, and every 90 minutes I'll go out
and move it. Are you serious?
Yes, because like no one parks on that street.
Only you would hustle that hard. See, I just find the free spot and just stay there.
Light work.
So family and I go. It was me, my sister, my mom, and my dad. Right. And we were parked in the spot. We'd get all our stuff, get the chairs, everything. It's cool. We're walking. We're just like talking to some like 2 random people that we just like saw in the parking lot as we were walking to the beach. And then as we get there, there's like a road that you have to cross. Yeah. It's like a really small road, like 2 lanes, one going one way, one coming the other way. Once there's no car, you just cross. No big deal.
Yeah.
So as we get to this crosswalk for the road, I hear a guy screaming. He's like, help me, like, get me water. I need water. And I'm just like, what is going on here? And like, bear in mind, like, I'm like 11, 12. Street smart's kind of there, not completely there. Yeah. So I saw him. I was like, this dude's crazy.
Right.
dude, this guy is running around. He's like, help me, I need water. So this one random guy who's like closer to him goes over. I hear the park ranger go to him. He walks up. He's like, sir, are you okay? He just keeps screaming the same stuff.
I need water.
Yeah, he keeps screaming like, I need water, help me. And then this guy says to the guy running around saying, help me, I need water. He goes, sir, how hard did you hit your head? And the guy just keeps saying the same stuff. So my dad goes over there, sits him down. They call 911. This guy at this point, when they call 911, is like grabbing like this pole, like essentially humping the pole, dude. He's like, ah, like going crazy. It was,
what was his problem?
It was so scary. And it was horrible. If we gave him water when the paramedics showed up, they told us water would have been worse for him. He actually was having like a heart attack. So like it was like so scary because like I didn't like know what was going on with him, but like luckily he survived. He was okay. But that was just like a weird like sort of not really scary story, but it was just like, whoa, like anything can happen at any given moment in time. And then I was like 11 years old. I was like, dang, like gotta appreciate every moment. That was like some weird, at first it was funny because I didn't think anything of it, but then like I realized how serious it was and I was like, geez. But yeah, and then like I've had awkward moments in public where like I've gone to like a random guy at night and I've been like at a big like social gathering, like one time at the school there was something and I went to like get like one of those little wristbands that go around your wrist to like light up. And I go to this guy. I was like, "Daddy, like, can you give me this?" Dude, it was not my dad. he's like, "Who are you,
bro?" So it was like, oh my god, it was like Little League All Stars, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you watch this. I don't even know who this kid is, right? We're like 9 years old, maybe. You know, immature jokes. The thing. So I'm in the dugout, right? And you know, I'm here trying to make some friends, right? It's the All Star team.
Okay.
And one of the coaches is very, very big guy, and I go, yeah. Guy's kind of fat. He goes,
not fat shaming here.
Yeah, no. It's like what, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, you didn't know.
He goes. That's my dad. Bro, I didn't know what to do. I just walked away. Oh man. Hey, yeah. Sorry. I don't know who you are, and if you remember this story and just somehow are watching this podcast, I'm sorry, and I apologize for calling your dad fat. But yeah. Don't make jokes without knowing whose dad that is.
Oh, for sure. I mean, our 100%. Friend that I had in my class in like first grade, we had a teacher who was like really big. I remember I'd go to her class every day for like ASP after school program.
No, I think it was my teacher.
She'd show like, what was her name? Was it Miss? I don't think so.
Maybe.
Okay, but she was like a bigger person, right? And she was like really nice. She'd always like let us watch TV before ASP. We'd sit in her room. That was not her. Yeah, we'd sit in her room. And this kid that we knew went up to her and he goes, "Are you a blue whale? Because you're really big, and I heard those are the biggest type of whales." And just walks away like,
"Nah, bruh."
And this teacher was not impressed at all. I remember he got a referral for it, and I was just sat there like, "Oh my gosh," he just like said that.
That's crazy.
Like I was smart enough to say, but dude, he went blue whale. My mom tells me those are the biggest kind of whales.
Oh,
walks off like nothing ever happened. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Right. That's why I love kids, but at the same time I hate kids because they have like no common sense.
Oh yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
Bro, shut up.
I mean, but like you can. I'd say like a bunch of immature things and stuff. Like in middle school, I had a teacher for like 8th grade, 6th through 8th grade, and I like left the class, and like my biggest flex with him was he'd always like get mad at me and like threaten to give me detentions because like I just like joke around. Like I was just super lighthearted. Like there was nothing bad that I'd say. It was just like funny timing. So I just cracked my jokes because I just like have that quick witted sense of humor. But he'd always like threaten it. And then at the end of the year, like right before I went to high school, I was like, so like how much did I annoy you? He was like, you actually didn't like annoy me too much. It was just as a teacher, I had to like punish you for like the things that you were saying because like I had to like let you know that like it's my job and like I can't really like just let you go around there. He's like, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like you said some stuff, and I'd walk into my office and just start laughing or like go home and tell my family about it. And
that's funny.
Up. And I was like, that's awesome. So if you ever have a teacher and like they get mad at you, they might honestly probably think what you're doing is funny. It's just they have to enforce the rules.
They got to. You can't really be like a not strong-handed leader type of thing.
Yeah.
But I think like I have like different viewpoints on leadership and whatnot because I'm the leader of
yeah. That's actually our question for the week, right?
What's the question of the week?
What's your position on leadership?
Yeah,
so
your
Let's hear
position on leadership. So like, there's different types of leaders. Delegators, the worst kind that like kind of give things to people. I'm more the opposite. So I'm hands on. I don't like because like last year, the people before me. It seemed like they sat up on their high chairs, the high throne, you know, couldn't touch them. like cool, like everyone looks up to you and whatnot.
Oh, this might be a little debate that we have going here. We'll see.
Yeah, sure, but like just my leadership style, it's more of a, what do you call it, like a team player, like team captain. You know, they're all on the same team. He doesn't have any position higher than the rest of the teammates, but he's the one that everyone follows. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, I involve myself more with those under me, where it's like I'm your friend, I'm your peer. Yeah. You could come to me, but I'm leading and making the decisions. But it's not to the point where it's like, all hail RJ. Like, I don't want to seem intimidating and whatnot, you know? And just to be with my people and very open up and very personal. Mm-hmm. That's where I think the leadership comes in. And that's like where the line is, like, it's like a gray spot, you know? It's just like, oh, maybe some people see me as like a weak leader because I'm not on that high chair. But I feel like it's a more effective leadership style because, you know, we're in this together, you know? But yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah, no, I definitely like the way that you do lead the class.
And it's kind of like a hybrid because like I'll switch up and be that high person on the high chair.
But only like when you need to be,
only when
like
I need
in a fashionable sense.
Yeah.
I think like last year, it was like a high chair. I think the teacher that we have definitely respected them a lot more that year and like wanted a lot out of them. And to be fair to them, like they were like one heck of a team. Like they worked really well. Like just before, like when they'd have to like crack things out, especially like two of them. My exec personally taught me everything that I know. So like I'm always going to defend him. Like he was the best.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And like I definitely wouldn't be like where I am when it comes to like video making and stuff like that. And just like no one else to look for without him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, they all sat on their high chair. I think it was not really like a high chair of like we have more power than you. Sometimes you get like brought up, but I think it was just they were just like put at another level when we all went in. Obviously there's like execs and stuff, and yeah, we were juniors, so maybe like it could have been like the whole junior senior thing. But I think the teacher worshipped them more and like elevated them, whereas like less of them sort of like giving their power. But they also did like congregate and just do everything together more so. Yeah. Whereas like definitely for you at least this year, you talk to everyone and stuff like that. But then there's other people who like leadership. It's like they want power. And they're just like, I've been waiting to have this power. I'm like, get out of here with that. Like that's crazy. Like,
don't be power hungry. Don't be power. Then that's like Hitler stuff.
You and I know who's power hungry. I think who I could be wording at. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't see this, because then he'll be mad at me. But he talks about it, so I'll be straight up with you. He's always like, yeah, I've always wanted this powers, but don't be like that. If you're a team player and stuff like that, and you know like when to use your authority, when not to, because everyone feels comfortable with you. Yeah. Which is like how it should be.
How it should be. Exactly.
And
that's
then everyone like works together and it just flows.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories. Do you have anyone that you like heavily believe or like stand behind?
Bro, I had a little phase.
Like aliens, anything weird stuff.
I had a phase, I think freshman year, where like I watched like Shane Dawson before he like got canceled.
Dude, that wasn't freshman year, was it? Shane Dawson stuff?
No. He got canceled like this year or like last year, like 2020. I might get like a lot of backlash for this because I personally like know astronaut. Like that sounds like super like out of the box, but my dad went to school with his name's Shane, and he's on the International Space Center right now.
Oh, the guy that would bring all the ice cream and stuff, right?
Huh? He like brought ice cream.
Okay, there was a guy who would like always come in like elementary school and stuff.
No. We never
bring, like,
we never
astronaut ice cream.
No, we never had anyone.
Unless he was Helen Kellering us, but
No, but what do you call it? He never came in. Like I'm not like that close to him. I just like we'll see him. Like he'll invite our family to like events with like space stuff because like my dad went to college with him. His name's Shane Kimbrough. Okay. And he actually like he was part of like the team that like grew plants on the International Space Center or Space Station, ISS. Yeah, he like grew plants up there. It's super dope. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, even though like I do know like he's an astronaut and like he's seen stuff. I don't think we went to the moon. What? Like when we said we went to the moon.
Really?
I don't believe in the moon landing. It's like really controversial.
Okay,
like,
you want to hear something interesting about the moon landing?
What?
So I was watching an episode of Impulsive. I don't remember the guest. Logan Paul's podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
He had a guest who, what'd you say?
Yeah, that was just reiterating.
He had a guest who like talks all about like space stuff and things like that and like aliens.
Yeah.
And I think his name's Dr. Greer. I believe. Dr. Greer? Something like that.
Okay.
So he's a self-proclaimed like alien specialist, stuff like that. And what he said was with the moon landing, and like this could be true to be honest, because like he does like a lot of studies and like it's all like confirmed. Most of the stuff that he says and talks about, the government like comes out and talks about. I'm not going to get into it because apparently he could be like a wanted man with some of the stuff he knows about and can't like discuss information.
Go for it.
He said that with the moon landing, what happened was if you watch like the video back when the astronauts like returned, they look like really scarred and like scared. And he was like, because they weren't the only ones like on the moon when they got to the moon.
Yeah.
So he said like
there's definitely something up there.
He said when they got to the moon, there were a bunch of like other like hovercrafts and like ships and stuff like there from like extraterrestrials and stuff that could potentially like be more advanced than us, because they move at frequencies that are like higher than like radio frequencies and stuff that we have, which is why we can't see them, even though like they're like always like in and out of here apparently with like other galaxies and stuff, because like they're just so much more advanced. That could be a whole like skeptical thing. We don't know that.
Have you seen like the thing on the news where
dude, watch the footage and like seriously they look like scared. So like I'm not gonna back what he says, but like I could believe that there's definitely something else out there that like they saw when they got back, because like dude, look how long it took us to get there and like how long it took us to get like where we are now. Like we can't be the only ones in the universe. There's no way. There's got to be something else 100%. Out there.
Yeah, no. Have you seen like the whole thing about the Israeli? He was like the ex like defense, whatever, security defense, whatever. He came out, I think, earlier in the past couple months and was talking about like essentially confirmed the existence of aliens. Yeah. And the CIA just like declassified thousands and thousands of documents, and people have been scanning through them looking for alien stuff. So essentially, just through like the stuff of like videos I've seen, I'm pretty sure there's 7 to 8 alien species on Earth right now, and the world governments work with them in secret. And there's a whole bunch of theories like have you heard of the Hollow Earth theory?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, essentially the world, like we haven't been to the bottom of the Earth. It's all theory. It's all theory. Like no one's ever seen it. So it's all theory. And like Antarctica is restricted, apparently. Yeah, like the South Pole is restricted. You're not allowed to go there because that's where like
penguins are dope.
No, because like that's where like the entrance to the Hollow Earth is. Like so, there's one time a dude flew his plane over. This is back in the 1800s, and he saw the entrance to Hollow Earth, and he like wrote about it.
Okay, so you're going to talk about Helen Keller in the 1800s, and then you're going to talk about a guy flying over the freaking South Pole in the 1800s and say,
I'm just saying, you can't be blind enough to fly a plane. That's what I'm saying. But
what if she flew the plane and saw it?
No, get out of here. No, but there's a whole thing like U.S. is working with governments and whatnot, and there's media. There's media portraying like aliens being good guys, working with aliens, because they're preparing us for this big reveal that aliens are real and that we have been working with them for a while.
Yeah, I heard like aliens from like the podcast back to what I was talking about, like it's like similar stuff, but he said like aliens are like essentially trying to protect us,
and they are, and they're scared of another nuclear war because they don't want their planet to be destroyed.
Okay, so we've heard like some of the same like sort of things, but dude, I don't know, it's crazy. But apparently like I'm not like anti-government, but like some of like the things that go on are like outside of the government actually, and then like they're really like sketchy and illegal.
Sometimes I think I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go like major in like political sciences, become like the vice president just to figure out if aliens are real. Like, all right, cool, I understood the information, I'm done, I quit.
No, but like it's just crazy, like we have to be so patient because like there's so many like skepticisms and stuff that come out, then like 10-20 years later it's like boom, gets released, the documents, and you can read it. That's what I'm
saying. And there's like ex-CIA, ex-FBI like on their deathbeds are like, yeah, aliens are real, like stuff like that, like we've been working with them. It's crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
see, I honestly, like it's interesting and fascinating. I love to like get someone who knows like a lot about that stuff. Like,
ooh, yeah. What if you could find someone?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that because I want to have my life.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to knock on the door.
I don't want to be in my dream, kick something, be like, damn alien, and then the alien.
Yeah, I think there's a documentary on Netflix. It's like Bob Lazar and like the UFOs. I watched a little bit of that, and it's like really interesting.
It's crazy stuff.
It is crazy stuff, honestly.
There's so many things that we just don't know exist. Like, dude, the ocean. Okay, so I was watching Titanic last night, right? And it just reminded me, like,
the ocean's dumb big.
Dude.
That boy chunky.
Ocean thick.
It's thick.
So, like, dude, like, they're looking over the water. And then I was like, when I'm on cruise ships, you're just, like, going. And then you're over the ocean. Like, sure, everything's peaceful, like, above you. But, like, what if there's just something beneath you? Because like we've only explored like 10% of the ocean or something like that. It's like 5-10%, nothing, dude.
2, bro. Wait, no,
it could be less. Look it up, fact check me.
Yeah,
but like, dude, there's so much in the ocean like we don't know about, and that's so scary. Like I could be on a cruise ship and there could be something deep 5%. Down there, 5%. There could be something deep down there that could just tip the boat over, something we've never seen before, and we'll just have no idea. And like we probably never will know because it'll be so hard to like go read and find that stuff.
It blows my mind.
And like, dude, think about like how scary it is. Like at the beach, it's like fun. It's like, ocean. But like when you get to like that ocean water, it's like pitch black. You can't see a single thing. Like you don't know what could be next to you. Like there's stuff down there.
Exactly. There is stuff down there.
The ocean's low-key scary. Like really scary.
It is low-key scary. Yeah. And it's like maybe there's alien species down there, and there's this whole thing with like Atlanteans and all that stuff.
It's funny.
That's crazy. You know how much power teachers hold, like in the sense of like creating like our lives and whatnot, like the seating chart. How much power they have?
Oh, well, teachers actually say, like, they'll, like, all congregate with each other. And, like, let's say they're, like, ship students together. They'll, like, sit on
I know some teachers do, but some teachers just don't. They're just like, oh, cool, just throw them together. Yeah. So I was out with Hannah. Shout out Hannah. And there was one year he put me and Hannah together in, like, towards the end of the quarter. And I was thinking about it. I was talking with her. I was like, yeah, if we didn't sit next to each other, like we're in the same group back in freshman year, I wouldn't be out here getting Chick-fil-A with you right now. Just like, yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like teachers, like they can control and like alter lives, you know? And you'd be like, oh, like this could be like person A and person B, like they could be soulmates. You'd be like, I feel like B would look cooler with D. Boom, soulmate's gone. Whoa. They'll meet like in college or whatever. Instead of like right
that's
now.
Nuts.
It is insane.
But fate's such a cool thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like think about how honestly, how do we get like closer?
How do we get closer?
Did we have any classes? We didn't have any classes that
I feel like us there was like it was always just like up and down sort of thing. I think now it's gonna like be
now it got closer, but like I don't know, how did we meet?
How do we meet? I'd say it was like middle school. It sort of like went down more. Probably like 8th grade year, right?
Something like that.
Andy and all of them came into the school, and then you guys had like a little group. Because we'd go, it would be like me, you, Jason.
Weren't you part of Loosey Goosey?
Yeah.
Yeah, Loosey Goosey.
Yeah. Dude, I remember like one time I typed in the group chat. I was like, "Yo, this is dead," but like, "What's up?" And no one replied to me. I was like, "Okay, screw you."
I actually was on the phone with Elena last night. Shout out Elena.
Really?
Yeah, I actually didn't mean to. I meant to call someone else. But it was like, you know, Siri. They just throw out names. Siri, and it was already like 3-5 seconds into ringing. I'm like, I'm not gonna hang up now. It's kind of awkward.
It's really weird.
I was like, yeah, what's up? Didn't mean to call you, but like, what's good? And we had a conversation.
No, but yeah, it's like we'd do that, and we'd go to like Dunkin'. We'd always like penny board and like bike to Dunkin'. You
put me on Raspberry Arizonas.
Oh yeah, those are so
I get
good.
those all the time now.
They're 2 for like $1 if you have like a CVS card.
No, it's like $1 4 for 2. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I scammed my brother like last week.
You sold them to him?
I sold them for 2. I got 3 for free. Hey,
businessman at heart.
Businessman.
No, but yeah, so like that's what we did. Freshman year, off the radar. Sophomore year, sort of connected again. Yeah. We had DV2 together.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Junior year, sort of like split up because like doing our own thing and stuff. And then senior year, it's just like same interests. I think we've had some conversations where it's like, like we're like really similar.
And then the podcast.
Way, but then we're different, which is like perfect blend. And then now this. So
exactly.
Yeah, and I think we'll both like definitely have like things that we're gonna do, especially as we get older, that will definitely like help us keep in touch, or like we'll just be there for each other.
And like this podcast is like a very big goal of me and Oliver's, and it's just something we've always wanted to do, and we're doing it now. So if you would like, there's going to be a Venmo link or Cash App or PayPal, or I'm just throw all the links down there.
Time to bring me my money.
Feel free to feel free to donate like $1, $5, $10, anything helps, so we can get more mics, so we could get more people on, get some features on. Like if you want to hop on, maybe donate. Get a mic, get you on here. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be links for that in the description below. There's gonna be links to my guys' music, the song for the intro and the outro, everything there. And then also links to the socials if you want to follow us on Instagram. And like the podcast is like, it's a really great way to get to know us. Maybe you feel a little intimidated for whatever reason, but hop on into the After Morning Podcast, get to know us.
Look at it, it's beautiful.
Just. And maybe don't care what we have to think. Help us support. Just flick it on the background.
Matter, just listen.
Yeah, have some background sound, and just.
Guys, seriously, the best way to listen to it, if you want to hear a podcast, you know us. If you're watching it, if you don't know us, still watch it. If you're going to sleep, just turn on the podcast, man. Even if you don't like us, we'll bore you out of your mind. You'll fall asleep.
And yeah, so
we're useful.
This is the first episode. If you want more of if you want to see things on the podcast,
for sure.
DM us, text us. We're open to everything. You You know, if you want us to do like crazy things, anything.
So guys, we're gonna have an email. It'll be in the description below. If you want to hear stuff, go ahead, let us know in the email. That's our official email for this podcast. Yeah. And yeah, we'll do anything. Like, dude, we're so open to anything.
Yeah.
That's
and
what's so cool about this.
If you find interesting people, and if you know interesting people, say like your cousin's dog's brother's best friend,
we'll do Zooms. We'll do it all.
He's like everything. Get him on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We want to get more people on here. As soon as we get new mics, a better setup, we're going to get as many people on here as we can just to share the stories of other people.
I mean, just like look at what we have now. I mean, I don't think anyone's seen a podcast be started up by people our age looking like this good and doing things like this. Come on. We're serious about this.
We're serious.
We're real deal. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the After Morning Podcast. We'll catch you guys later.
Take it easy.